So, can you just tell us a brief about the company and what is it showcasing here?
So, Emerson as a company is a global automation leader, and National Instruments, now called as NI, was acquired in October 2023 as part of Emerson now, and it is the test and measurement business group of Emerson. So, what we're showcasing here is our semiconductor test solutions, both for validation and for production. And as you see here, there is a semiconductor test system there, which basically is used in production lines. And then you have the other equipments here, which are all meant for validation, post-silicon validation for semiconductors. So that's what we're showcasing.
Got it, sir. And how do you do you leverage AI and IoT into these testing solutions?
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, if you see, the complexity of the chips are only increasing. And when you conduct a lot of tests, there's a lot of data that comes through. So if you want to make meaningful insights out of the data, you could keep doing that with very rigorous, laborious processes. The other best alternate is to use some of the most advanced technologies like artificial intelligence and machine learning.
Yes.
So we have all of those capabilities enabled on our platform. Our software has AI capabilities. We partner with some of the most industry leaders who have AI capabilities, and we are incorporating that into our flagship platforms like LabVIEW and Testand. So we have something called as the Nigel Advisor, which is AI enabled, and that basically provides greater capabilities to our customers who are utilizing these platforms.
Got it, sir. And how do you automate? How do automated test system help reduce delay in testing the new chips?
So what we do is we try to streamline the workflows as much as possible, and all the low value added tasks are kind of eliminated through capabilities that we introduce with AI. So that brings down the time quite a bit. And the other second thing that also happens is with every test that you run, there's a lot of learning that happens. So you're able to detect anomalies much faster and earlier in the cycle. So you can go back to whichever phase you are testing for to make those changes at a much faster pace. So that basically helps reduce the number of iterations and cycles that you need to run for a test. So that allows to bring the product out in the market significantly faster. Plus, the biggest advantage of this platform is it's all a software connected workflow. So because of its software connectivity, whenever you need to add in a new capability, or you need to change the kind of test that you need to do, it's easy to do it on the software. You don't need to overhaul the entire infrastructure. So that's how it works for us.
Okay. And so, do you have your own manufacturing unit for this?
Yes, we manufacture in Hungary and Penang.
Okay, so it is out of India.
Yes,
Okay.
we
So,
do have an R&D center here in India,
okay.
but we don't do any manufacturing locally.
Can you tell me about that R&D center?
Yeah, so the R&D centers focuses on building some of our key flagship products. So it's a lot of it's our second largest R&D center from a global point of view, and the
Okay.
largest R&D center outside of our headquarters, which is in the US.
All right.
And we've been in the market for 25 plus years now, and our R&D facility has also been there for around that long. And it's only been enhanced and growing. So we do a lot of software development out of our R&D center, focused on our key. And I told you the crux of our hardware or our solutions is software connected workflows, and so our R&D team basically enables for that.
So, do you also export or import things from USA?
So we are a US based company.
You are a US based
Yeah.
company, yes.
So
So, there's no need to
yeah.
do all that. Okay. So, what are modular and open test platform and how do they help users for testing?
So that's the way the systems are designed. It's highly modular in nature. So what modularity actually means is that every instrument is in the form of a card, or and so you have a card cage, which we call as a PXI platform. So all the instruments can be combined together into one single card cage, which basically reduces the space and the size that are required for testers. So you don't need to have like a dedicated box for each instrument. You can have all of it into one 19-inch rack kind of a system. So that allows you to add in as many equipments as you need, depending on the kind of complexity that you have of the device that you're testing, or depending on whether you want to increase throughput, so you need multiple of the same equipments, so you can have all of those. So that's the modularity part, right? The flexibility comes in with the software that we provide, because it's easy for you to make changes on the software. So our flagship product is LabVIEW, which is a graphical programming language. It's highly intuitive in nature, and because of the intuitiveness, it's easy for you to keep making changes as and when your DOT keeps evolving, right? So that flexibility is there, and the additional thing is that it's easy for you to keep adding in capabilities because of the modularity and flexibility whenever you need, right? And lastly, on the scalability front, so you could start with a low complex DOT test to move to a very high complex DOT test, which needs you to scale. And so it's easily possible because of open software and connected software and with the modular hardware.
Got it. And can you tell me about the applications of these products? What industries are these being used in?
So they are used across a wide variety of industry, whether it be aerospace and defense. So you're talking about our platform, right? Our platform is used across various industries. In the
Okay.
semiconductor market in specific, so that's the beauty about this platform. It's one single platform which could be used whether it be for aerospace, defense, transportation, or
Okay.
semiconductor test.
Okay.
So it's a complete platform based approach that we conceptualize and have built, right? And in semiconductor test, we can do analog, mixed signal, RF, right? Name it, and then we
All
can get
right.
it.
Got it. So, can you tell me about the latest trend in chip design that companies should know about?
Chip design, okay. So I think what I see is a lot of heterogeneity that is getting involved into the chips, where there is a combination of analog, mixed signal, RF, all of that coming in together into single chips. So that increases the complexity with chip design. So that also increases the complexity of tests, because now you need to test more complex capabilities of combined analog, mixed signal, RF, right? So that's a big leap that's happening. And then the second thing is on the reliability, because a lot of the chips are used for mission critical applications, so they need to be highly reliable. And the third I would say is the power efficiency, right? So all of these chips need to run on lower amount of power but deliver
Yeah.
very high performance. So I think these are some of the complexities that are coming through in the industry, and accordingly even the testing needs to evolve to be able to measure and manage all of these.
Got it, sir. And like, how do Emerson tools support R&D teams in designing better chips?
Yeah, so we largely play on the post silicon validation side and on the
Okay.
production side. So you can go from lab to production fairly seamlessly with the same platform. So we work with EDA vendors who have great tools. So our tools support theirs. So that's helping them with the design. And then when it comes to the validation side is when testers like these come into play, where we are able to validate, the performance and capability of the chip, and then eventually it goes into production. So the data that you're able to retrieve through the entire cycle, right from design up until production, can seamlessly be managed with our data analytics capabilities that we offer. So it's a combination of a modular hardware and open software and our data analytics capabilities that we combine together and offer these capabilities along with our ecosystem that we have. We have a great partner ecosystem who are able to develop turnkey solutions based on these, and then they're able to offer those solutions to customers, whether they are in the R&D phase or in the production phase.
Got it, sir. And can you also provide any example or case study of how you have helped the companies into testing solutions?
Yeah, so we have a engagement going on with Kane Semi, for example. So they are now in the process of releasing their first chip. So we are helping them with their test requirements for analog, mixed signal, and RF. We work with most of the semiconductor industries, whether it be Texas Instruments, Analog Devices, Qualcomm. We are supporting them with, let's say, for example, their power and performance capabilities for their chips, where they want to ensure that the chips are performing with low power, high performance. So we are able to measure that for them and let them know on whether the performance is meeting the expectation for what it was originally designed for.
Okay. And are you also doing something for India's semiconductor growth?
Yeah, so we are working with all the companies who are investing here, right? Whether it be uh, all the names who've been able to get all the rewards and benefits of what the government's programs are. So we are engaging with all of them.
Okay.
The point to remember here is we are a test and measurement company. So we provide test equipment, right? So
Yep.
we are offering test equipment to all those companies who are setting up OSATs and fabs. So Kane Semicon is a good example. Tata is another. So we're engaged with all the names that are investing here.
Okay. And do you also face any challenges during this,
During what?
or in like semiconductor manufacturing, or any example that a company is facing any semiconductor manufacturing challenges and how you have helped them?
See, there is not much semiconductor manufacturing happening in India, so I can give you
Yeah.
only global examples, right? So, our platforms are meant to provide reduced time to market, uh, significant lower risks, right? And then the total cost of ownership over a period of time is reduced because of the flexibility and scalability that we offer on our platform. So companies who have standardized on platforms like these are able to retrieve the value out of that, as you can see successfully. Like for example, Analog Devices uses our semiconductor test system quite extensively, and so most of the chips that get rolled out or taped out from their different fabs are successfully able to do this with our platform simply because of the reduced time to market and higher reliability of our solutions.
Got it, sir. And any technical innovations that you are planning this for the next 5 years or something? Is there any?
So we are staying abreast with the latest trends in the market. So, like I was mentioning earlier, so the chip is becoming more heterogeneous, which means there's a lot of combined capabilities of analog, mixed signal, RF that you need to be able to test. So we need to evolve, and you remember that the test systems need to be ready before the chip is, because once a chip is designed, it needs to be validated, it needs to be tested. And when you're testing it, you're going to be testing it for all the functional
Yeah.
capabilities, which is further ahead. That means your tester has to be at least 10x times better than what the chip is. So we
Yes.
have to be further ahead than what the chips capabilities are. So
Yes.
that's number one. And the second is obviously, we are ensuring that all our the entire platform has AI capabilities in it to reduce the low value tasks, to streamline the workflow significantly, and to enhance the throughputs that the engineers can offer. So we don't want to replace any engineers with our test systems. What we're trying to do is keep it engineer led and AI enabled.
Okay. So as you said that we need to keep our engineers in here. So like, are you also doing something for career innovation or anything?
Well,
How do you promote
we do
it?
have a very strong academic program that we run, right? We
Okay.
partner with a whole bunch of universities in India,
Oh, okay.
and so they have labs which are set up based on our platforms, and
The universities
universities, yeah.
in India?
In India, yeah, pretty much every top tier university has a lab based on NI, right? So it allows for two things. One is for teaching. So
Yeah.
it teaches the basic engineering concepts. It'll help students learn fundamental concepts and workflows for, let's say, semiconductor validation. And then we also support a lot of research activities, right? So anybody who's interested in doing fundamental research could benefit with our platform, because during the whole research phase there's a lot of testing that is needed, and so that's what we also support. So we have a fantastic university program that runs. We also set up a lot of LabVIEW academies across universities where people are able to learn on our programming language, and we also support the startup community significantly, right? So the startup ecosystem is thriving in India. So we run a program called the Technology Accelerator Program.
Okay.
So we support startups with giving them access to our engineering innovation center that we have in Bangalore, and so
Okay.
that allows for startups to come and get access to our technology much more seamlessly, access to our engineers easily, are able to get access to our software and able to work. We also work with a lot of government bodies like CDAC, for example, who have their chip-in center. So we
Okay.
collaborate with them so that they are able to support the startups, and then we are able to help them in certain phases of their development.
Okay. And so, how will the students know about these programs?
We are present in every university.
Yes.
So they, through the university programs, they can access our website. We have a large partner ecosystem who also locally are, supporting the academic institutions in their respective geographies. So there
And it
are
is present all over India or
all
only in
over India.
Bangalore?
No, all over India. The Engineering Innovation Center is in Bangalore, but our academic programs are there in universities all across the country.
Okay. Can you tell me something about the Engineering Innovation Center and how can the startups reach out to it?
So they can just log on to our website and search for something called as a technology accelerator program.
Okay.
So once they just get in there, they just need to enter a few details about their interest, what does the company do, what sort of innovation they're working on, and our teams will reach out to them easily. And if it's a semiconductor startup in specific, they can also work with Chipin Center, which is part of CDAC, and
Okay.
they can get access to our Engineering Innovation Center and the Technology Accelerator program through them. So there are both ways of available. You can directly log on to our website or come in through the Chip-in Center.
Got it, sir. And like, has this India-US tariff thing impacted NI in some way or the other? But as you already mentioned that it is a US company, so
Yeah, I mean, see, it's a US company, but we do business in India, right?
yeah.
So we're constantly monitoring on what's actually happening. So right now there is nothing that has been finalized yet. So as it evolves, we'll take necessary decisions or actions. But right now, as of now, there is nothing that is positive or negative yet.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.